104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. It's time for How'd You Catch Your Cheater?
How'd you catch your
713-390
cheater?
We need a
KRBE.
theme for that, Kev.
That's a new song.
We have
How
one,
did you catch
but you
your
hate it.
cheater?
Yeah.
Well, all it is
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah,
singing,
yeah, you
now
got
it's time for How'd You Catch Your Cheater?
We do. I'm
You
so
busted
sorry.
him on your own, and he got the bone.
Find
Oh,
it,
Pick
yeah.
up a phone.
yeah.
Nibble on a bone.
Yeah.
This is so lame.
I didn't like it. So
Fly
that's
a
why I
drone.
didn't play
Dracula
it.
mode.
I didn't write that one.
Yeah.
Well,
I know
let's
who
go to
did,
the
though.
phones.
Do you want it?
Yeah,
No,
play it, play
no.
it, play it,
It's
play it, play it,
fine.
play
It's
it.
fine.
You gotta play it.
Do you
so-
want to play it?
Because we gotta hear how bad it is.
Okay.
We
Oh,
can all-
Lordy. All right, let's
Busted
hear it.
them on your own, so pick up your phone. How'd you catch a cheater? On the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1.
KRBE.
There's no soul to
Wow.
that.
No,
There's no
no.
soul
Someone
to
wanted
it.
to cram in the Roses song.
Oh.
Yeah.
You told me to put the Roses
that?
song.
I didn't.
713-390
you.
KRVE is our
right.
phone number.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying?
That's a better one, actually, Kev. I like that more. Okay. Sarah is standing by at 713-390 KRBE. And we always learn something new about how people cheat on this segment. And wow, I did not see this coming. Sarah,
Let's hear
how'd
it.
you catch your cheater? Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi. So it was actually with my neighbor, and it was my fiance. And
Uh-oh.
I felt like something was going on. And while he was asleep, I went through his phone, didn't find any messages, which I thought was a little suspicious. But cheaters, they will always mention the person, and they'll say something that they're doing, like if they're playing a game or if something happened at work, they'll mention them. So he kept mentioning words with friends. So I hacked into his Words with Friends account, and sure enough, that's where I found, that he
The
was
chat.
trying to, to go over and, sleep with her and all this other stuff.
Wait, you could do that on
Basically,
Words with
online
Friends?
Scrabble. Online Scrabble
Yes.
is how they got busted.
Now, can I ask
Now-
you, how far away were you from your actual wedding date? You said that was your fiance.
So we hadn't planned a wedding date because I wanted to wait till I graduated from school. So there was no set date, but he did keep pushing to get married. But I was like, let me just wait till I graduate. So there was no set date.
Isn't that odd that he was the one that was pushing, let's speed up and get married, all the while he's cheating?
What was the feeling you had when you? I just couldn't imagine reading a text from the
It's
person I
just
love
a-
the most. I'd feel so sick to my stomach.
Oh, I definitely did as well. But it's just a gut feeling. Like girls just know.
And
I don't know.
when
What
were
was
they
his
slipping-
reaction? Oh,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Kev.
when were they doing this? Like, does he have a regular job? He was sneaking over there when you were at work?
Oh, no. Yeah. So he worked a regular job. I was stay-at-home mom, and I was going to school full-time. But they
Oh,
would,
my
hang
gosh.
out at night on the porch, which I didn't have an issue with. I mean, that's not suspicious. They've been friends since they were kids, And then that's when I found that out. And I'm like, because I've never got that feeling until around that time period. And I was like, I'm just going to go through the phone, and I'm just going to see. And sure enough,
So
I
what was
went
his
through the
reaction, or how did you hit him with it? Did you wake up and say, wake up, idiot, your Words with Friends dinger just went off? Like, what did you say to, confront him that you busted the Words with Friends chat?
so he had left for work, and that's whenever I logged into the account. And then sure enough, on his way to work, I called him and I went off, and he tried to meet me up. So we met up, and he tried to turn it around on me. Like, you shouldn't be going through my phone. I'm like, no, we're not going to do this. Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. So he is the father of your children, correct?
Yes, we have a child together.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks.
How long ago did this happen to you, Sarah?
This was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And
Are you
how
still
y'all
with
doing?
him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. How are y'all now? I'm just curious.
So we ended working things out. I mean, that was the first time he ever, something really happened. So, yeah, we did end up working things out. But, I mean, I'm always on edge. If
I did
something
not expect
happens,
that.
You forgave, but you will not forget.
yes.
I did
for
not
sure.
expect you to tell us that you are still with him. I thought the way you were
No.
presenting
Do
the
you-
story
Not everyone ends
is
things.
Did you stop him from doing Words with Friends or Wordle?
Oh,
Games?
yeah. I told him, I was like, hey, we have to move. This is your neighbor. No communication. If you really want to make this work, you're going to have to block her. Like, I don't want
You guys moved?
anything to do with her. I'm sorry?
Did you move?
Oh, yes, we ended up moving. And they ended up moving as well, like later down the road. But it was just really weird to
Oh, you
kind
said
of see
they.
her.
She had a husband?
No, she was living with her mom at the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 5 years ago, your fiance cheats on you through words with friends with the neighbor who was his very good
So
friend
basically,
since they were kids.
you said that you're on a porch swing too. So like you're walking by cooking, and you see them on the porch just swinging back and forth. You don't know where their hands are. You don't know any of that stuff.
Don't make it worse.
You know,
she already lived through this,
I mean,
and she's moved past
But
it.
you're walking past that stuff. That
Good
would,
for you, Sarah, that you and your
You're an
man
amazing
could
person.
move past this and you're
Thank you.
happy. That's all that matters.
Agreed.
If it works in your situation,
I'm glad you
wonderful.
moved.
Me, I would have burned her house down. And
Sam's in jail for arson
Actually, can we talk about it for a
because
second?
there was a question of a Wordle situation. That's all.
Let's talk about that because
Wow.
Sam, you told us
Thanks,
once
Sarah.
that you burned
come
someone's stuff.
on. You
did?
can't say anything off air that doesn't come on air.
Well, we're not getting
Well,
that.
if you're in the room,
Well, you
don't
have
you know
to
the
say-
rules?
you have to
Hold on,
say
the Rule
off
and Ryan
limits.
Show rules is if you're in the studio and you say it out loud,
Off the
Yes.
record,
unless you
That's
say this
right.
cannot ever be brought up,
I think I
you
did share
are
this
at
story
risk for that.
I
already.
don't
like when I
remember this.
first came onto
So
the show with y'all.
whose stuff did you burn?
And
it
why?
was okay. So I have been with my husband now for 11 years.
Wow.
I know. And so this was a guy that I dated before him. I think we were together maybe 2 years, and this was in college.
That's a long time.
Okay.
Yes. And so I was with him for probably 2 years. No, I'm sorry. Whatever. Maybe a year. Doesn't really matter. We really liked each other. You know how college relationships are. You're always kind of like, is this going to be the one? You know, because you're in college now. And so I was a communication major, and there was a girl in my class that kept talking about how she kept hooking up with this guy that had a girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, trying to understand. She's like starting to name drop people that my boyfriend at the time was friends with.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm like, okay, like what's going on?
Oh,
You know, your
no.
heart is like starting to like pump and you're like, what is going on? Like, there's no way this is the guy that I'm dating. And so I go up to her and you know me, I never confront anybody. Like normally I would have just like walked away and I would have been like,
Wondered.
oh, it didn't
So you're
happen.
not really
Yeah.
confrontational.
But you
I'm
had
not
had
confrontation.
15 craft beers and you felt real
No,
strong.
this was in class. This was in class.
So you're in the middle of
But
class.
for some reason, she just irked me so much that I was just like, who are you talking about? Like, what guy are you talking about?
She doesn't know what you look like. She didn't know.
No,
that.
she knew. She
Oh,
knew
so
it
she
was
knew-
my boyfriend. This was like,
So she
just-
intentionally
Yes.
was
She was
messing around
asking
your
for it, is what you were saying then. She was asking for it.
And so she said his name, and I was like, what? I was like, you know we're together. Everybody, like, on campus knows that we're together. It was a small university. And she couldn't say anything. She's like, oh, I thought you guys were, like, taking a break, blah, blah, blah. So
I thought y'all were taking a break.
I left class.
But wait, she thought you were taking a break, but yet she was bragging about sleeping with this.
Exactly. There's so many things
Oh
that
my
happen.
God.
So
punch
you
her?
leave class and
So I
what? Burn
leave
down her
class,
car?
and I take all of the guys' stuff that I was dating. And I had a house with a bunch of girls. And us girls opened up a couple of beers, cracked them open, put all of his stuff in the yard, sent him a picture, said any last words, and bam, they all went up in flames. And it was awesome.
Like, what kind of stuff did you burn?
All of his clothes. I
Clothes?
think he had electronics over. It was
Wait,
the best
so
feeling ever.
You burned up like a video game system?
I'm sure there was video games. I'm sure there was homework. I'm sure there was books. There was his clothing. There was stuff that he bought me. I was like, I don't want you.
And what was his
Did he
reaction?
show
And
up
I just
for it? Or
burned
what
it.
was his reaction? Did he actually show up to your place? Like, how could you do this,
Yes,
Sam?
he showed up with flowers and was crying and was like, I made such a terrible mistake, blah, blah. And I was like, no, your stuff's all burned.
Well, how did he
and then
react
Sam
to
said, I can buy myself flowers.
when he found
Yeah.
out all his stuff was burned? How did he react to that?
I don't know. I didn't care.
So you never saw him again? That was like the last time you
I
saw
was
him?
done with
him
him. I was done with him.
Well, that's good.
Did
Then
you sleep
she
with
knew
one of
that
his
she was
friends?
not right for her.
No,
You
I did
cut him
not.
off clean.
I did not. But I did miss his pet because he had a cool pet.
Aw.
He had a chinchilla. Oh. It was really
Wow.
cool.
Those are
Wow,
very
that's
And he used to wear
something you don't hear.
Uggs, and we wore Uggs together on campus. We were like total losers.
You had-
I should have burned
Wait,
his
you
Uggs
had a
too.
boyfriend
Yeah,
that
should've
wore
burned
Uggs?
Yes. Like we were weird. We were weird.
Wait a second.
Thank
wait a
God
second.
for my new
Wait,
man.
He was wearing like the girly Uggs that
He's
have
wearing
the.
girly Uggs?
Technically, Uggs
Like
are
the half
made
boot?
for Uggs are made for men because they're for surfers. When they go out, and they surf and it's freezing, they have their wetsuits. And so Uggs are made for that. So Uggs are
I had no
actually
idea.
for men, but because they're so cute and
Why
fuzzy,
am I learning
women
so
took
much
them
today?
over.
I'm
Yeah,
learning
I
you
know.
can't hum with a hole in your nose.
Can't
and
hum.
Yeah.
and now I'm learning
Sam,
this.
Sam's a
Uggs were made for
pyromaniac.
surfers.
If
I had no
someone cheats
idea.
on you, burn their stuff, and you will feel so great.
Makes me so mad. I want to burn this place down.
How
As
did you
long
burn
as you don't start a wildfire.
How did you burn it? Like, did you put gasoline on it? or
I
lighter
don't
fluid?
know
Lighter
what I
fluid.
was doing.
Lighter
I
fluid?
just kept trying to light things with a lighter. I was like, I'm going to get you. I'm going
I'm
to
going to get you.
Flammable pajamas. You know, you have that yellow
Like, I
tag
was-
on you got to rip off.
Yeah, I was stupid. You
But
just
he never,
like,
he never messaged you back like, I'm so angry at you for burning my stuff.
No, he's
Of
desperate to
course
get
he
you.
did.
Okay.
Someone said this
But
is
you
your
ignored
origin
him.
story when you became a villain, Sam.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is what made you become.
Every college story ever. See, other people relate to this.
Oh, yeah.
You burn their stuff, and it
I've
makes you
never
feel
burned-
better.
I've
I don't know,
never
though, if
burned
you could
anybody's
get
stuff.
arrested for that, so I do not recommend it, but I had a great time.
Do
felt
not
good.
recommend.
It felt really good.
arson.
It felt really, really good.
I just
Have
want to
you
do that.
seen
Wow.
Waiting to Exhale?
Oh,
No, what's that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
They do
good.
that.
Is that a movie?
Yes.
Angela Bassett.
Did she burn things?
Is Whitney
Is Whitney
Houston?
Houston
Oh, yeah.
that? Yes. Is that where she puts it in his Saab with the
Yes.
sunroof open?
Yes.
Yeah.
Puts all the stuff in the car,
Yep.
in the driveway, and just lights it up and walks away.
Well, I
This
didn't
is
light
like
his car
burning
on
to death.
fire. I should have, though, because his
wow.
car.
You might be in jail if you
Yeah,
have.
right? I think his stuff was
What if you
okay.
put, like, cement
oh,
in the
gosh. Am I
sunroof?
going to get.
Kevin, you were doing
Oh,
cement
yeah.
this week.
Yeah. So you come up behind a cement truck and swing over the little gutter and just dump it into his
The
vehicle.
sunroof in
Yeah.
the top.
I feel like this is like a country song.
Once again,
What about
what she
the
did, what she
texture?
did was okay. I mean, she
his
just
truck.
burning a few clothes in your backyard. That's one thing.
Yeah, we had a bonfire.
Destroying somebody's vehicle. That's probably going to send you to jail.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen to this texter at 37530, all in caps. Every college story ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Crying, laughing emoji faces. I don't know anybody in my personal life that in college burned down the cheaters' things, but I've seen it in movies and TV shows, and now I know
That's where I
Sam.
got. Now you have officially met someone that has burned their
Yeah, we never.
stuff.
I've always seen it in
And
movies.
it
I've never seen
Yeah, I
it.
never
I'm
knew
telling
you
you, it's so
burned it.
much fun. Go
And I've
do
never
it.
seen a surfer with Uggs. I got to look this up now.
They're not on the surfboard. It's when they get out of water. Someone texted that too.
I don't remember-
Right.
I
Not
don't remember
while
Patrick
they-
Swayze.
Google it.
No.
Google it.
put-
Google.
they
Sure,
had
he
Google
was he
it.
a straight guy?
What, the guy I was dating?
Yeah, wearing Uggs?
Yes.
She's giving us the origin of Uggs. It's
Yes.
for surfers post surfing to keep
Thank
their
you.
feet warm.
But he was a
Has
cool
nothing
dude.
to do with
and
their
he-
orientation.
Like I said, we had matching Uggs, and it was cool.
You have any Uggs, Kev?
No.
No, he doesn't even like Crocs.
But he has
Yeah.
an Uggs jacket.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, I
we
do
bought
have
him
my
that for
Uggs jacket here in the studio.
Like-
It is
Uggs are
ugly.
cool. My
For his
little brother
birthday.
has
Uggs,
Uggs.
yeah, Uggs stands for
Mark
ugly.
has Ugg boots too. Dang it, I did get
Nuh-uh.
Mark into Uggs.
No, you
Sam,
did?
by the way, you
No.
have sent our listeners,
haven't
you guys,
been
Sam
quite-
has sent our
uh-oh.
listeners down the rabbit hole
so
of
sorry.
Googling to see if surfers truly wear
Yeah, does it work?
Uggs
Is it
post
true?
surfing. Because one person wrote, I don't think surfers wear Uggs. Or,
Yeah, I gotta look.
But so I don't know. I'm going to trust you, Sam, on that one. And one person said, Sam, I loved you already, but I love you so much more now for your
I'm
crazy.
so glad. I thought they were gonna hate
What do you think
me.
that guy's doing now? Do you know?
Here you go, Eric. Look,
I think
surfers
my-
and Uggs.
Thank you. I think my mom may follow him on Facebook, and Mama G's always listening, because she goes, "Set his clothes on fire." Ha ha ha. Wonder who you're talking about. Ha ha ha. That's what I thought. Ha ha ha. So Mama G
Oh, man.
is thriving right now with my conversation.
I want to know if this guy's married. What he's.
I
you know,
think
what's
he is married. And the
He was young and stupid.
I can't.
And another person is quoting as Sam in college is the Isla Fisher character from Wedding Crashers. Like, you can't break up because
Oh, yeah.
I
Little-
find
little
you.
Yeah.
That is my favorite scene, and it's obvious reasons.
I find you.
I like though that you didn't take action against her. You went after him because he's the
He's the one that
with
did
you.
it.
I mean,
He was in a committed relationship. You should know better.
But you
was I
should
mad
also
at
be
her
mad at her.
and she
You'd
is
definitely
dead
be
to
mad.
me? Absolutely.
but you know how people like go
I
roses.
unfollowed her on socials, and I didn't talk to her in class.
Yeah.
And but
So-
his stuff was burned.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
but good
Okay, for
him.
those just tuning in, Sam burned
Uh-huh.
down a lot of things. Don't cheat on Sam and be scared. That's all.
Whoa.
Thanks for How'd You Catch Your Cheater,
Inappropriate.
Sam.
Yeah, we're all scared now. Like,
Yeah, no kidding.
don't take her off,
Mark,
guys.
if you're listening, I know where you live.
See, now if something
Because
bad
you live
happens,
with her.
we can't write that letter to the judge like Ashton and his wife did. Ashton and
do that.
Mila.
Because Sam
Can't be a
legit has
character
done
reference
it.
for you, Sam.